Pereira into the back of the net. Medina! Go for the birthday boy! Goal! Devo pegar Torre! Oh my goodness!
Oh man. All right. Bird Box Challenge. What do you think?
We didn't get hurt doing it, so I think we did pretty good.
And we didn't, I wanted to juggle blindfolded, but here we are. So, all right, after finding each other here, Jose, tonight's matchup against Turlock. The last game for the Ontario Fury was a victory and a shootout, 7-6 final score. Maikon de Abreu, the game winner there. Thoughts on tonight's contest?
Yeah, last game against the Turlock gritty, ugly win up in Turlock. We're interested to see how they do. No Israel Cisse tonight and Adrian Perez. See how they do without those key players. So interesting to see how the Turlock did last game, and we'll see how tonight goes for the Fury.
Yeah, two big scratches on the roster for the Ontario Fury tonight. You just mentioned the captain Cisse, also the MVP for the team so far. Adrian Perez still out as well. So we'll see tonight all the action right here on MASL.TV. We'll see you in a few minutes here from kickoff, Citizens Business Bank Arena.
Come on. Come on. Get it. Let's go. Shoot. Score. Yeah. And that's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Fury soccer team.
Maicon, where are you?
Welcome back to Ontario Live for the Ontario Fury pregame right here on MASL.TV. Jose, we did a Bird Box Challenge of our own. How did the players do out here on the field?
Yeah, it was interesting that we did the Bird Box Challenge. The players did the Bird Box Challenge. Like we mentioned earlier, nobody did get hurt, so that's a A+ on that. But I think Marcus Jordan, he had that quick release with his left, getting a couple of shots off on goal. It was definitely a challenge, as big of a challenge they have tonight, but definitely something fun to see.
Marcus Jordan, Maikon de Abreu, a couple of the rookies as well. DeBray Holloman was here doing the Bird Box Challenge. Thankfully, no one got hurt, and we're all right. So stay tuned for all the live action right here on MASL.TV, live from Citizens Business Bank Arena. The matchup tonight, another Pacific Divisional matchup. Your Ontario Fury play host to the visiting Turlock Express. Celebrating his 35th year in practice, Dr. Fantasia is the official chiropractor of the Ontario Fury. His expertise is in the treatment of spinal, joint, and muscle conditions associated with sports injuries, auto accidents, slips, and falls. His clinic, United Chiropractic Health Center, provides chiropractic, acupuncture, oriental medicine, cold laser therapy, massage therapy, and non-surgical spinal decompression for the treatment of herniated slip discs. Dr. Fantasia has helped thousands to achieve healthy, pain-free lives. Most health insurance plans are accepted. Find us at drfantasia.com. That's drfantasia.com. Or call us at 909-984-2765.
Pereira into the back of the net. Medina! Go for the birthday boy! Devo pegar Torre! Oh my goodness!
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get it. Let's go. Let's go. Shoot. Shoot. Score. Yeah. And that's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Fury Soccer Team.
Hello and welcome to Southern California to kick off the 2019 year. It's another matchup between two Pacific Divisional rivals in the Turlock Express and your Ontario Fury. Jose, Happy New Year and welcome inside Citizens Business Bank Arena. Want to welcome all you fans across MASL.TV as you're tuning in right here for a live kickoff in just a few minutes here between the visiting Turlock Express and your 5-2 Ontario Fury, currently sitting in third place. Jose, what have you seen so far in this young season?
Yeah, hello everyone. Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us, and Happy New Year to you too, Brian. And like you mentioned, new season, new year. So far in this young season, we've seen a Fury team that has scored in bunches and that could get an offensive rolling right away. They're plus 18 in scoring goals this year, so expecting a lot of the same, but we're going to see, interestingly enough, without two of their key players tonight.
You bring up a good point, and I say that for a reason, Jose. Healthy, not healthy. There are scratches each and every game. On the scratch side, or I should say unavailable side, for the home team Ontario Fury, two very big key components to their offensive threat each and every game. Let's start with the MASL goal leader right now. Adrian Perez still out, concussion protocol, second consecutive home game. And then the captain, Izzy Cisse, unfortunately last home game and that difficult loss against the visiting Tacoma Stars, the captain pulled up with a torn hamstring. So two big voids on that pitch tonight. Do you see anyone stepping up in place of them potentially?
I just saw him running into the field right now with the number 3 jersey on his back. Marcus Jordan, expecting to see a lot more of him stepping up tonight. You know, he's a speedy defender, and we need that kind of aggressiveness on and off the ball from since Israel Cisse is going to be sidelined tonight. So expect Marcus Jordan to step up and a few other players as well.
Well, Andre Campbell is back onto the pitch. Also, Debray Holloman and Dallin Cutler on the pitch, also healthy and ready to play, are those two rookies, the youngsters. Debray Holloman did have a game winner up in Turlock, not this last game, the 7-6 overtime victory, but the game prior. Obviously, I mean, they've been very close games up in Turlock at Turlock Indoor. The last two games are combined 2 goals ahead of Turlock. And Debray Holloman was a game winner in a couple games ago up north. Also finding some comfort in Dallin Cutler. He'll be available tonight as well for head coach Jimmy Nordberg. He made his MASL debut up in that road win against Tacoma a handful of weeks ago. So already making an impact on the pitch are the two youngsters. Of course, the veteran Tino Nunez available as well.
Right.
Unavailable and scratched from the roster tonight, Willie Raygoza, David Parente, Adrian Perez, Tony Walls, and the captain, Izzy Cisse. Also, McNeely, I did see him warming up. He was questionable for tonight's contest. Good signs right now for Ontario as McNeely is on the pitch right now. It looks like he'll be available tonight after a few weeks out due to a calf strain. But first, before kickoff right here on MASL.TV, the national anthem from Ontario. Live from Citizens Business Bank Arena here in Ontario, California. Want to welcome you inside this beautiful arena here in the Inland Empire. Jose, just a few minutes away from kickoff, another matchup with Turlock and another potential win. What does Ontario have to do to be successful with another victory here tonight?
Just play their own game. You know, touch the ball, create enough place on the space. When you go play in Turlock, up in Turlock, it's sort of difficult to go ahead and get that game flow going. In terms of where they play at and just the way Turlock comes out at home, right? So it's a difficult, gritty win. We should see more of the space open up for the Fury tonight, a lot more of that, and I want to see them nail down the defense in the back.
Yeah, some concerns after last home game. Jose, they're undefeated on the road. They're 500 here inside CBBA. Let's see if they can get above that 500 notch and with another victory here tonight. The next home game for the Ontario Fury is Sunday the 20th. So a few weeks from now versus the Tacoma Stars. Local kickoff time for that matchup is 5 p.m. You can see the Fury take on Pacific Division rivals the Tacoma Stars for the fourth time this season. It will be the City of Ontario night here inside Citizens Business Bank Arena. So kickoff just seconds away here inside CBBA. It looks like Ontario will be moving from right to left here in the opening quarter, wearing their predominantly white jerseys, black shorts, black socks, and the visitors from Turlock, maroon kits on top, yellow socks, black shorts, working from left to right on the broadcast right here live on MASL.TV. You can, of course, always follow Ontario Fury Soccer on social media. Of course, Ontario Fury Soccer driven by Mark Christopher Auto Center. Proud sponsor. Also Frontier Communities, National Community Corps Renaissance, and Casa Kalina. You can follow Ontario Fury Soccer on social media at Ontario Fury. You can also follow them on Twitter as well, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. Jose, did I miss any other outlet there?
You got all the most important ones. So ready to this one to kick off, and great to see all the players already ready to get the game started. But most importantly, great to see the pride of Jamaica, Andre Campbell, out there once again for the Fury. And he should be a key player as well to keep a watch out on the defense for the Fury tonight.
Campbell, part of the starting lineup tonight. A little different look. You got the veteran Tino Nunez and the veteran Jeff Hughes, along with Bobby Tornell, Charlie Gonzalez, Campbell, and of course, the two-time MASL Goalkeeper of the Year. He's in our net.
Yeah.
Chris Toth.
A lot of experience out there for the Fury tonight. Definitely going to see what Tino Nunez could do and see what he provides on top with the Fury down a couple key players on the offensive side.
Starters for the visitors, Turlock, Matthew Germain, Arturo Polito, Adrian Gutierrez, Adrian Placencia, and also the goalkeeper Edgar Martinez. That's Turlock. What a heartbreaking loss that was not too long ago against your Ontario Fury. Did end up going to shootouts. Maikon de Abreu with the game winner. The only shootout goal that was successful. Andy Reyes with the foul near midfield. Free kick here for Turlock. Deep ball sent in. The rookie, DeBray Hallman, tripped up. And then at the very end there, the other rookie for Ontario, that was Cutler with a goal line save.
Great save by Cutler. It took a crazy bounce there, and Toth mistimed it, but luckily for the Fury, the rookie able to clear that out.
Well, Hallman kind of caught in no man's land after committing to that ball there, a 50-50 challenge. And like you said, Toth off of his back line. Thankfully, Cutler there to make this still a scoreless game. And now Cutler drawing the foul right at their yellow line. No blue card given. But nonetheless, a set-piece play here. Just underway here in the opening quarter from Ontario. Let's see what head coach Jimmy Nordberg draws up here. Head coach in his second season. Assistant coaches Kevin Curtin and, yes, Bernie Lillevoix, part of the coaching staff as well, as Jordan off of that restart from Reyes is deflected. Assistant coaches Kevin Curtin and Bernie Lillevoix. Strength and conditioning is Matt Holguin, along with the head trainer Gil Sadivar. Team doctor Dr. Bertel, and the president and GM Bernie Lillevoix. Switch of the field there from Hughes. Back heel unsuccessful from the veteran Nunez. Head coach for the Express, Chris Hanzor, and assistant coach Art Polito. Still the owner, former head coach. Tonight's officials, senior referee Vince DiNardo, referee Brian Elliott, assistant referee Brent Brownell, and the fourth official, Steve Skill. 12 and a half remaining here in the opening quarter from Ontario. So glad you can join us right here on MASL.TV alongside Jose Duran. My name is Brian Tabajay. As Gonzalez now along the near side boards. We'll reset things with the veteran McNeely. Nice to see him back on the pitch tonight. Andre Campbell just wide. Right past the goalkeeper, but just wide of the net. Off the foot of Campbell. Score remains 0-0 in the opening quarter. Along the near side boards is McNeely. Pressure there in the back from Rios. McNeely will, for a split second, clear it. And then a shot wide. I believe that was off the foot of Manzo.
Yeah, the shot by Campbell. Unfortunately for him and the Fury, the shot goes wide. But if you're Campbell, you're going to go ahead and get a better look at that one. It goes extremely wide on an open look. And if you take a look at that missed opportunity creates an opportunity on this side for the Express that the Fury dodged one here early. 11 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's up for anyone who gets the first goal here, Brian.
Reyes, Cutler, Francisco, Holloman, and Tornell on the field for Ontario. And now Turlock right across midfield. Turlock seeking out their first victory of the season. Currently 0-5 in the Pacific. Tied in first place is San Diego and Tacoma. Overall records of 4-1. Ontario sitting in third, technically second.
Great burst of speed.
Overall record of 5-2. Charlie Gonzalez, I would say that's the best opportunity they've had so far in this contest. Well done from the Turlock goalkeeper, stepping up off his line, cutting down that space for Gonzalez to shoot in. And it's a corner kick here for Ontario along the far side.
Yeah, but you like to see Charlie take care of that space there.
Maikon de Abreu again is the Turlock goalkeeper, kind of clapping at his teammates there, as it is Sanchez in goal. 1-0 record so far. 0-1 record so far with a 5.89 goals against average is Sanchez. Campbell, man, those are the balls that you really, your eyes light up like Christmas morning, right? You see a ball right down the middle of the pitch rolling to your dominant foot. Just under was Campbell there, and he skied it.
It's almost too perfect, almost too comfortable for the shot to go ahead and get a clean look for Campbell. He's had a couple of shots already go just wide. That wasn't his best out there, but as long as those opportunities keep going in front of the goal for the Fury, I should not see a reason for them not to get a goal on earlier on here in the first quarter.
10-10 remaining here in the opening quarter. Campbell will reset with Toth. And now McNeely. Reyes back onto the pitch for Ontario. So a good mixture that we've seen so far with who's been on the pitch, who's been off, who started the game actually as well. A little 1-2 along the near side is Reyes and Francisco, broken up there from Turlock. The visitors always playing Ontario well. Francisco with the left foot just wide. Reyes does well to maintain possession for Ontario in their attacking half. And now Campbell to Francisco. Attempted to lay off and broken up there from Gutierrez.
So far, a good mixture from both teams in terms of creating opportunities and chances. Well, if you're the Fury, you got to be a little bit upset with not getting the shots on clearly on goal.
A 3-on-2, and Jermaine just muffs it along the near side. Wide open goal for Jermaine, and he went wide. Didn't have the pace, didn't have the power or the placement there, unfortunately, for Jermaine. That ball sailed wide. No goals yet for Matthew Jermaine on the season. But, man, a 3-on-2. It was almost like it was in slow motion. It was a 3-on-2 advantage Turlock there. And all the time in the world for Jermaine to let loose, really, and just bury it. He sailed it just wide. Fortunately for Ontario, with 8.5 remaining, it's still scoreless in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Jermaine's eyes lit up just like Campbell's did earlier in that shot. Almost too perfect of an opportunity. Missed wide open, and it's still 0-0 here in the first quarter.
I like the tempo so far. From what we've seen, this quarter is absolutely flying by already. But minimal whistles, possession, offensive opportunities, everything you want here in the opening quarter, aside from actually putting it into the back of the net. A pretty solid quarter for the home team here.
Yeah, solid from both teams, and unfortunately for the neutral fan, the guest of honor hasn't arrived yet. Mr. Goal here in the first quarter, 8 minutes left to go, but we'll see if the Fury could go ahead and get something going. You know, they kind of show their dominance over the Turlock. Historically, this season, you're seeing it in the first couple minutes, the way they touch the ball, the comfortableness that they have with one another as teammates. But, again, that gas needs to go ahead and arrive sooner rather than later for the Fury.
The other game on tilt tonight in the MASL, Mississauga Metro Stars and the Baltimore Blast. Unofficially, 6-5. Baltimore victorious in an overtime game against Mississauga over at the Paramount Fine Food Center. And then, of course, here from Ontario, California. The Ontario Fury would like to thank Mitre USA for providing today's match balls. Mitre, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production in 1817. Mitre is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. The MASL and Mitre share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Mitre's Astro Division ball is the official game ball for the MASL League play. Mitre's Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. There's a timeout on the pitch. You're watching Ontario Fury Soccer on MASL TV. You can catch every game on the league's official streaming home, MASL.tv, or on the MASL app. You can download it for free on iTunes or from the Google Play Store. You can also get the latest on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you are following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. You can also find Ontario Fury Soccer all over the social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all at Ontario Fury. So for the restart here, right at the top of the arc for Germain and company, a fake shot and then a layoff, and no contact there, and then a shot off of Germain sails wide. That was intended for Ernesto Luna, who does have 3 goals on the season for Turlock. Didn't get the contact there as well. Campbell on the back line for Ontario. Well done from the youngster Jordan to head it back to the goalkeeper, Toth. And now Toth will look for Cutler up top. First time the youngster has seen action in a few weeks as Nunez let loose there on a volley attempt just under the ball there and sails up and out of bounds.
Yeah, go ahead and got way too under it, did Nunez, but you want to go ahead and take calm when the ball comes like that too. You possibly go ahead and stop it and let loose, but you can see all the players from the Fury eager to go ahead and get a goal in the back of the net. They know they could go ahead and score on this Express team, so it's just a amount of patience and make sure they get execution the right way and not letting any mistakes in the back like we see so far right now.
Robert Tornell gets tangled up with an Express player along the far side.
Sort of seemed like a 50-50 ball there.
That was with Leal, Christian Ivan Leal, the midfielder for Turlock.
And Leo slips, and as he turns around, he takes the worst out of it. He gets the ball first, does Leo, but unfortunately for the Fury, Robert Turnell, he gets the player as well.
Well done from the Ontario goalkeeper, Chris Toth. Light on his feet there. Keeps it out of the back of the net. Thankfully for Leal, he's up and okay. So after the restart here, 6.5 remaining in the opening quarter from CBBA here in Ontario. Toth looking over his options. Fresh bodies onto the pitch for Ontario. That is Chico Francisco and Gonzalez. To the near side, Turlock works off the boards, and the youngster, the rookie, Holloman, will settle and play it off to his goalkeeper, Toth. Debray with a game winner up in Turlock a couple games ago. A couple road games ago, I should say. And now Hughes up to De Abreu. The man who put it in Ontario's hands with an overtime victory and a shootout was De Abreu. Micon, the only successful penalty shot shootout attempt that was into the back of the net, and victorious was Ontario, giving them their 5th win on the season. And now Francisco to the near side, and Holloman to the far side. Now Reyes to the far side corner boards. Defended there from Carmona. And now Gutierrez. Back heel attempt was deflected, and now Holloman to the near side. Plays it off the walls. Reyes, a little 1-2 with Francisco just wide. Reyes maintaining possession here. With 5 minutes remaining, Ontario with a little bit of pressure here. Hughes lets loose up and out of bounds. Restart coming for the visitors.
Yeah, those are the opportunities you don't want to go ahead and let get by you. And unfortunately for the Fury, that is not in the back of the net, and it should be 1-0 here with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. But the Express, if you're a goalkeeper, if you don't have luck, you're not a goalkeeper, and it's still 0-0.
McNeely, Gonzalez, Campbell, Jordan, and the rookie Cutler on the field for Ontario with 4.5 remaining here in the opening quarter. McNeely now to the near side boards. Turlock maintaining possession here. Nunez fresh onto the field. Lays it off to Gonzalez just out of his reach. And now Gonzalez, save of the game so far, belongs to Turlock and Sanchez. Gonzalez, boy, did he have the slightest touch to get around that defender and make it an opportunity for himself. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Sanchez wins that battle.
Yes, great save by Sanchez, but for Gonzalez, you got to be go ahead and kicking yourself in the head there. One-on-one opportunity, 0-0 game. Last couple minutes of the first quarter, that should have been in the back of the net as well. And we'll hope and see that later on as the game goes on, the Fury aren't kicking themselves off these missed opportunities.
Could have possibly taken a page out of Mycon's book. And after Jermaine didn't finish a few minutes ago, he pokes it in, and the visitors lead 1-0 here from Ontario.
Yeah, it's the simplest thing. As they say in soccer, goals that you don't score, you get scored on, and it's exactly what we saw here. The simplest is just for Jermaine. We've seen him couple of miss throughout the game from Jermaine, but he's the one that's been more active. There's a reason he's a captain. It's 1-0 Express.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication there between Toth and his defender. It was kind of, I'll get it, you get it. And in the end, no one met the Turlock player, Jermaine. And it was poked in there. 3:40 remaining here in the opening quarter from Ontario. It's a 1-0 lead for Turlock.
Just like that, 1-0 Turlock. It's been nothing but fury throughout the whole game. It's not about who's been playing better, who's got the best touches, who's doing the most. It's about who could put it in the back of the net, and so far it's been Turlock tonight.
Campbell near midfield loses the touch there. Almost earns it back with the challenge near midfield. And now Chico Francisco utilizes Gonzalez. Hughes on the overlapping run, and Gonzalez will take it himself. Sanchez making it look easy so far here in the first quarter of play. Hughes to Gonzalez. Quality interception there. Gonzalez will shoot that ball well wide. You know, maybe the pace of that 1v1 challenge with Gonzalez wasn't there as well. But more to look forward to. Plenty of game left here from Ontario.
That's what we said earlier. Fury has to be patient on the ball. The opportunities are going to come. The goals are going to come. You're down 1-0 now. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Still plenty of game left. Patience, 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 Brian.
Francisco and Reyes trying to cause some havoc there along the near side corner. That was actually deflected right off of Francisco after Reyes trying to put a quality shot attempt on net. Now the restart to the near side.
Great cut.
Is Artiza.
Golazo.
And, man, he made that look easy.
What a goal by Martin Artiza. Midfielder number 14 by Turlock. Not a goal, it's a golazo. They gave him the space. He cut inside. Beautiful cut. Put to his left. Little step over and just tucks it in the back of the net. And it is now 2-0 Turlock Express.
So Jermaine actually got his first goal of the season on that first goal. And Arista also getting his first goal of the season for Turlock. So it is a 2-0 lead here for the visitors from Turlock. And a quick timeout on the pitch for head coach Jimmy Nordberg and assistant coach Bernie Lillivois and Kevin Curtis. And you can look at it right now on the pitch, Jose.
Yeah, and it's
Bernie is really letting them know what's going on the pitch.
Not a happy camper, Bernie Lillivois, but as we see here, the leading goals against Chris Toth, leading the league with 3.57. And so far, 2 goals already being allowed here in the first quarter. Like you mentioned, Bernie Lillivois, not a happy camper tonight here in beautiful Citizens Bank Arena, but
so far.
Yes, that's right.
We can turn that right around here with 3 quarters left after the remaining 2:12 here in the opening quarter from Ontario. The top stars you were mentioning across the league here. Adrian Perez still leading the league in goals with 13. And then also Chico Francisco Cordero, leading assists in the MASL, top 5 with 6 assists so far on the year. You did mention Chris Toth with his goals against average at 3.57, and also the leading save percentage in the league. Chris Toth sits at 3rd with a .752 save percentage so far. 205 remains here from Ontario. In the opening quarter, it's been Turlock with the goals, Ontario with the possession. Now Nunez draws in 2 defenders, lays it off to McNeely.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Fury respond here. Wonder what the earful that they got from Bernie Lillewall and see what they react here.
Well, I think it's just maybe taking advantage of the opportunities so far. There have been 2 quality opportunities. I wouldn't say squandered because there were still shot attempts. Nonetheless, unsuccessful for Ontario. Now Nunez doing what he does best, draws in a defender, and Charlie Gonzalez just steered that ball wide. Well done from the 1-2 inside the box right there. With 1:10 left in the opening quarter, Ontario creating chances here again.
And more of that from Tino Nunez. He has the power of going ahead and putting his teammates in positions to be successful, and that's what we want to see more of him. That he's the one that has the ability to go ahead and power over body players, defenders for the most part, and put the ball through to his teammates. So a lot of more of that. A minute left here in the first quarter. Hope to see that in the second quarter, Brian.
Well, with Nunez's 6th season here with the Ontario Fury, Father Time is ultimately going to catch up to each and every one of us, especially these guys on the pitch. But Nunez, he knows what he's good at, and Nunez shields off those defenders better than anyone on this team. Draws in defenders, lays it off for quality attempts for his teammates. He's been doing it since day one. Obviously, the speed isn't here, so he knows what he can utilize, drawing in those defenders and creating more opportunities for his teammates. 20 seconds now remaining to the far side. Turlock works. If they hurry, almost 3-0, just inches away. A shot from the near side boards from Arturo Polito. Quality attempt there from Polito. Unsuccessful was Turlock with 13.3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Let's hope this score remains. Nunez shielding off his defender, and there you see it again. Nunez shielding off a defender. In this instance, turns, gets a quality volley attempt. Sanchez doing well there for Turlock, and the score is 2-0 after 1 quarter of play from Ontario. You're watching Ontario Fury Soccer on MASL TV. You can catch every game on the league's official streaming home, MASL.tv, or on the MASL app. Download it for free on iTunes or from the Google Play Store. You can also get the latest news on the MASL and, of course, your Ontario Fury. Make sure you are following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. You can also find Ontario Fury Soccer all over social media. All you have to do is search at Ontario Fury via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and I think that's it.
Got them all.
If you caught the pregame, fans, or if you didn't catch it, either way, but if you did catch the live pregame, we may or may not have done a Bird Box Challenge. I'm not saying that we did, but we probably did for pregame. If you want to see what happened with the Bird Box Challenge, myself, Jose, I won't name the players because you have to tune in who actually did that challenge.
Yeah.
The Bird Box Challenge, they may or may not have juggled, and they may or may not have tried to shoot on goal and play a little 1-2 passing attempts on the pitch. That was fun stuff. As we're seeing right now, the challenge on the big screen and at home, this is a soccer player. I have yet to see anyone get the ball into this car that is wide open. And there it goes again. His first attempt was the closest one. Either way.
I imagine he's doing it without the blindfold, and some of our players doing with the blindfold. So shows you how difficult it is to go ahead and get any goal with or without blindfold.
Yeah, you can catch the pregame again if you'd like on masl.tv. It was broadcast live, but you can also catch a replay as well. So 2-0 score here. You know, Ontario's going to just pretty much going to have to snap out of it, essentially. A lot of possession, quality opportunities, I would say 3 or 4 quality opportunities for Ontario. But really, you know, it's about maintaining that possession. Like, they've had that flurry of opportunities, but it's one and done. It's an opportunity, no rebound, no possession, and then it's another opportunity a minute later or a minute 30 later, what have you. I think if Ontario gets some sort of a good amount of pressure over a handful of minutes here, they'll really create havoc here and tie this thing up, hopefully take the lead here soon enough.
Yeah, you just can't go ahead and lose your head in these kind of games, you know. What ends up happening for the most part when you have a team that on paper you should go ahead and be handling with a lot more ease, you tend to go ahead and just get distracted in the little things, and that's happened so far for the Fury tonight, and the reason why they're down 2-0. But I've been saying it so far, patience, and the reason why it's key, at least for these next 15 minutes, is the thing to get ugly, Brian. Turlock Express will go ahead 2, 3, might even goals, and they could go ahead and be a slant slide before the half. So patience and keep the opportunities coming, like you said.
We do not want this score to get out of hand.
No.
Turlock 0-5 so far. Your Ontario Fury 5-2. Tacoma and San Diego up top on the Pacific Division at 4-1. Just underway here in the second quarter. Cutler defending there along the near side boards. Mississauga and Baltimore went into overtime, and it was Baltimore victorious 6-5 over Mississauga. Baltimore now at an overall record of 4-2. Mississauga 2-4 so far this season. Restart here after a foul near midfield with McNeely and Toth. Tornell trying to see who's up top as an option. It is the lone man, Chico Francisco Cordiero. De Abreu and Gonzalez making runs as well. You can hear head coach Jimmy Nordberg there on the bench. They're clogging spaces. Francisco with a turnaround opportunity, no good. Lays it to his left, with that is deflected.
Oh, what a cut.
And now Gonzalez. Oh, Chico Francisco throws up his arms as if to say, is that goal regulation size or a trip up there with Cutler and one of the Express players near midfield. Nonetheless, that ball remains out after the Francisco with the last quality opportunity for Ontario. Score remains 2-0.
Man, Chico Cordiero, you got to be just scratching your head as to, like, why hasn't that ball find the back of the net so far tonight? It's hit the post, it's gone wide, it's gone over the crossbar, everywhere but behind the back of the net.
Just underway here in the second quarter.
Ooh.
The speedy Jordan hops onto the field for Ontario. Cutler waiting for that ball and nearly paid for being patient in a sense. Toth making it look easy and into the hands for another save for Chris Toth.
Matt Max, the Turlock Express player, smart enough, gets there first, but like you mentioned, you have to go ahead and get before the defender does there for the Express. So not a very smart play for the Fury, but you have to be on your toes at all costs now, especially down 2-0 with 12 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Cutler, I don't know if he was misjudging it or just waiting a little too long there. Nunez now shielding off his defender. Draws in two, lays it off to Debray. Holloman to the near side. And now Reyes, defended there by Max. Nunez again. Turns, fires just wide. Foot save there from Sanchez. Well done from the visiting goalkeeper. McNeely will lay it off and reset here for Toth.
So far, a great game by Sanchez. You know, the Fury have missed their opportunities as well, but he's had a couple of key saves that has kept the Fury off the scoreboard tonight so far.
Gonzalez tangled up, no foul call there. And Aldea Abreu will lay it off to Tornell to the near side. And now Francisco in top 5 for assists so far on the season in the MASL with 6.
For the same reason why Tino Nunez is successful, Chico able to shield that body and create opportunities for his overlapping teammates, and this is the reason why he's in the top 5 in assists so far here in the MSL.
Cutler, well done as one of the Turlock players nearly just sped right past him along the far side. 11 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. A 2-0 lead for Turlock. Maybe want some revenge. Another matchup here against Ontario. Very close games between Turlock and Ontario, the last 2 specifically. The home opener was a blowout with Ontario victorious, 11-1. But the last 2 games, Turlock's really tightened up, keeping the game pretty close majority of the game. Nunez now to the near side. Overlapping run from Hughes. They'll play it off the near side boards, and Ontario will maintain possession in their attacking half.
You mentioned both these teams will Turlock closing them the gap in a couple of games, but it's what happens when you go ahead and play against a team continuously. And this is the 3rd game out of the last 4 that they play against each other. And let's not forget they played it preseason as well. A game that Turlock Express did win in a comeback fashion. So definitely a team that is not afraid of the Fury and the challenge.
Hughes and McNeely, the back line currently on the pitch for Ontario. Boy, it is a great mix of veteran leadership on this team with McNeely, Hughes, Toth, just to name a few. And then the core of Gonzalez, Reyes, Nunez. Cisse, unfortunately, out right now with that hamstring injury. But missing that big offensive void with Adrian Perez. The leading goal scorer in the MASL is out again, the second consecutive home game. Now stretched out defensively. Toth with the fingertip save to the near side.
The Fury very fortunate there that that play didn't escalate to something much larger than just a save by Toth. And it's still 2-0. Easily could have been 3-0. And the Fury with that option, the Express with that option have had the most clearest opportunities so far here in the second quarter.
Well, Ontario's going to definitely have to create more opportunities with the counterattack. Thankfully, that opportunity there for Turlock, unsuccessful. Toth played that ball perfectly. Now Toth off his back line, playing it big again. A header is up and out of bounds. A restart coming for your home team, Ontario Fury. But man, oh man, they are essentially making Ontario work, and why wouldn't you with a 2-goal lead here?
Yeah, making them work, and they've taken the crowd completely out the game. It's completely silent here in beautiful Citizens Business Bank Arena, but all you need is one. All you need is one and go ahead and get you going. And as we all know, the worst score you could have in soccer is a 2-goal lead, and so far the Express had that, and that could evaporate in a heartbeat here.
Well, the next goal will be crucial either way, a 3-0 lead or a 2-1 lead. With under 8 minutes now remaining in the first half from Citizens Business Bank Arena.
Why did they blow the whistle there?
Referee apologizes to the far side. He thought it sailed up and out of bounds, but a restart coming for Ontario. A drop ball, essentially.
That's very Fortunate for the Fury here, almost looked like they were going on a breakaway attack there, but with 7 minutes and 51 seconds here left in the second quarter, still no response from the Fury, Brian.
Well, thankfully Ontario wasn't on the break there during that restart. 7:51 remaining here in the first half of play. So glad you can join us right here on MASL.TV alongside Jose Duran. I'm Brian Tabaje. Another home game coming up for your Ontario Fury on Sunday the 20th. They will play host to the visitors Tacoma Stars. That'll be the City of Ontario night. If you can make it, great family atmosphere here inside Citizens Business Bank Arena. The next few home games coming up in January, it'll only be the 20th, and then February we'll have a Thursday matchup with San Diego, and then a Sunday matchup against El Paso. And then March and April rounding out the young season with a couple home games in each month.
Yeah, and as we take a look around the league and Major Arena Soccer leading assist, number 1, Leo Gibson with 11 on the season, followed by player coach Nick Pereira of the Tacoma Stars, Max Ferdinand with 7, and Dwayne De Rosario with 6. And so far, closing up the top 5, our own Francisco Cordillero with 6, which we're going to go and have to see a lot more of that if the Fury are going to have any type of success tonight. He is in the top leading of assists.
Chico to the far side with Gonzalez in support. Tornell settles the ball down. Maicon will try and tee it up with his right foot. And now to the far side, Toth forced off of his back line to play the ball to the near side with Maicon de Abreu. The man who put the Ontario Fury on his back with that penalty shootout up in Turlock, the only successful one. And they were victorious 7-6. And now Maicon with the turnover, with the right foot just wide. Holloman maintaining possession, lays it off to Cutler. Under 7 minutes now left to play in the first half. Francisco with that volley attempt. Man, you saw Sanchez laying out already. Deflected defensively from Turlock. Man, that would have been highlight material between Francisco and Gonzalez along the far side. Holloman, if that takes a deflection off of that shot,
Yeah.
it can be your knee, foot, head, chest, however you want to lay it. That ball had so much pace on it, any deflection, zero chance for Sanchez if that's on net.
Yeah, you like seeing more of that for the Fury, actually getting shots on target, shots on goal, but more of the connection between Chico Cordillero and his teammates is going to get this team going.
De Abreu again, fingertip save from Sanchez, and then it's Cutler just over the goal.
Just doesn't want to go in tonight. Brian doesn't want to go ahead and cross the line. It seems like 6 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second quarter and nothing going for the Fury.
Well, a lot better here, definitely, in the last handful of minutes as far as creating chances and maintaining possession. We talked about it after the first quarter, Jose. It was a quality opportunity, one and done. No rebound, no possession afterwards. And this is what they're doing right here with 5:45 remaining here in the first half. Now Hughes will lay it off to Toth. You got McNeely, Reyes, Hughes, Holloman, and Nunez on the field for Ontario. Let's see if this lineup can make something happen here in the second quarter. 2-goal deficit, and now Nunez with the franchise for his 6th year. Ontario with 3 original members from, I can call it the OG roster.
That's right.
Their 6th season. So Nunez, Tornell, and Cisse, all part of that original roster, all part of the team in their 6th season with Ontario.
We're talking about
Go ahead.
the Fury and their need of some sort of attack mode, but kudos to the Turlock Express who have managed to go ahead and keep this high-point offense off of the scoreboard. Again, no Adrian Perez, but that doesn't stop. It made a difference as to why the Fury are plus 18 in the season in goals so far. Well, plus 16 now, but kudos to the Turlock Express.
I would say it's a combination of both, with Turlock being very effective so far after nearly 2 quarters of play here from Ontario, and then also the void of Perez after McNeely sails that one wide. Left-footed shot attempt again. Wide as well. Applying a lot of pressure here in the second quarter. Gonzalez defended there, now Tornell, and Turlock squeaks it past midfield.
Oh, what a turn.
Cutler earns the ball back for Ontario. Waiting for fresh bodies to get onto the field. Francisco now to the far side. Tornell trying to gather there for Ontario. And now it is Hughes. The veteran lays it off to Reyes. A 1-2 broken up there. Well done from Turlock. And now Reyes earns the ball back, and Sanchez with a well done save there. Reyes tripped up momentarily. No foul call. And Sanchez doing his part here for Turlock.
Yeah, great save from Sanchez, but, I mean, if the shots are going directly at you, too, it's a lot easier to go ahead and keep the ball out of the net. A great shot for him, a great opportunity, I would say, from Andy Reyes, but not the greatest of shots on goal. But 3 minutes left here in the second quarter, and just like that, Brian, the quarter is about to be over, and still yet no response from the Fury.
Well, you did mention, Jose, all they need is one, right?
Yeah.
One to get the momentum going. And now Turlock, boy, he had a little bit more room than I think he thought right there on his possession. As that was Arista, who's already put the ball into the net tonight.
Yeah, so far, good game from Arista and Luna, and another shot opportunity here for the Express.
Wow. Just up and over the net. Quality opportunity there for Turlock. The visitors with all the momentum right now, trying to build on this lead.
Oh, he almost took that one out of the back of the net himself.
So Turlock applying the pressure here with time winding down in the first half. 2:15 remaining now here from Ontario. Now on the break is Cutler. Lays it off to Nunez. Boy, that was teed up as well and just past the feet of Nunez. That would have been the best opportunity and possibly the way it's going right now, the best save for Sanchez tonight.
I don't want to seem negative, but it just seems like it's going to be one of those games the ball doesn't find the back of the net for the Fury, and if it does, it's towards the later part of the game, towards like whether you're garbage minutes. So hopefully the Fury are able to go and do something in the next minute and 35 seconds, because it's going to be a quiet locker room, to say the least.
Minute and a half remaining here in the first half. Foul call there. Nunez, the Fury player, to draw the contact. A reset right at the yellow line along the far side. Gonzalez looks like he'll restart for Ontario. Does have Nunez to his left, McNeely and Cutler to his right, and the youngster DeBray Holloman along that far side post. It is McNeely. Oh, man, that pace, the power was there. Sanchez did one of those just staring at the ball. It whistled right past him. He didn't have any chance if it was on frame.
Yeah, there was nothing he could have done there. Great shot by the Fury. Beautiful left by McNeely. We see here again. And it's just not able to get that final touch.
Francisco on a turnaround volley attempt just wide. And now Cutler. A minute 5 remaining here in the half. Gonzalez bumped off the ball along the near side. And Cutler. And now Francisco. And man, is that goal regulation size? Yes or no? Yes or no?
It almost seems like they might have done something on that as they're switching from the previous Ontario reign here on Citizens Business Bank Arena. What have they done to that goal post there, Brian? It seems like it keeps moving for the Fury 2-0. And it's almost as if it's not going to happen for them tonight, Brian.
Well, let's see, Jose. As they kick off 2019 with this home game here against Turlock. To the far side they work. over his head, and Toth, well done from the Ontario goalkeeper, Chris Toth. And he shakes his head as if to say, hey, man, I'm in the zone right now. You guys want to get another one past me. It's going to take more than that quality opportunity there from Turlock.
He recovered right on time. He was about to go ahead and take a step or two, come out of the box, realize he probably should take a step back. As he does, Turlock player gets a shot off. Great save by Toth, and it's still 2-0 Turlock.
25 seconds remaining, and after that dead ball up and out of bounds, Ontario trying to reset here after about a minute of pressure. They're going to have to do something else in the second half. Possession is not working so far in this first half of play. Draw some contact, draw some more fouls in some dangerous areas, create more set-piece opportunities that they're pretty good at. And with time winding down, Francisco will let the ball bounce. 3-2 now 1. And the half is over. A 2-0 halftime lead for the visitors. The Turlock Express inside Citizens Business Bank Arena. My name is Brian Tabajay. The halftime score here from CBBA. A 2-0 lead for the Turlock Express. As I'm going to get a measuring stick out or some measuring tape to see if that goal is regulation size. But nonetheless, a 2-0 lead here for Turlock. Quality opportunities for Ontario. Unsuccessful in completing that ball crossing the goal line. And so far, what have you seen in this game after 2 quarters of play?
Oh, you know, you see a Fury team that keeps trying, keeps getting their soccer flowing. They're able to go ahead and create those opportunities earlier on in the game, but not able to go ahead and put that final nail on the coffin to get a goal in the back of the net so far. But Turlock Express able to go ahead and finish their opportunities with much ease. So if you're the Fury, you got to be upset with not able to go ahead and getting the opportunities you had earlier in the game.
Well, like I just did mention, Jose, they're going to have to do something a little different here in the second half of play. After generating quality opportunities in that first quarter, no sustained pressure. They did a little bit better in that second quarter, sustaining a little bit more pressure after generating some quality opportunities. But, like you said, you know, the possession is there. Some of the energy, some of the time is there. Yeah. It's about sustaining that pressure, sustaining what they can do on that offensive end. And boy, oh boy, Turlock coming in here and really generating quality opportunities offensively, standing pat defensively. Sanchez doing well for the visitors out of Turlock, and it's a 2-0 halftime score here. What does head coach Jimmy Nordberg and assistant coaches Curtin and Lilliville have to tell or do or say to the boys to come out in this second half to be victorious here and get that 6-2 overall record?
Just keep at it, be patient, and like you said, you need to have just a little bit of a sparkle on the offensive side, even if that means creating a foul, getting an opportunity off an off piece. That should get the Fury going. But all you need is one, Brian, and hopefully for the Fury, that should be it in the next second half.
And they haven't what I want to see also, set piece opportunities are always dangerous.
Yeah.
Whether you're defending them or not. And I say that because if you're on the pitch or not, you always know this is going to have to be some quality defense on the pitch to make sure that the set piece is unsuccessful. And so far, Ontario has only had a few set piece opportunities. Let's see if they can generate a little bit more, create more fouls for themselves on the offensive end, and we'll see how they do here in the second half.
Yeah.
So halftime score here from Citizens Business Bank Arena. My name is Brian Tabajay alongside Jose Duran here up in the rafters in Ontario. So glad you can join us right here on MASL.TV. The second half just minutes away here from the Inland Empire. Halftime score, Turlock 2, your home team Ontario Fury 0.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get it. Let's go. Let's go. Shoot. Shoot. Score. Yeah. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Fury soccer team.
Pereira into the back of the net. Medina! Go for the birthday boy! Devo pegar Torre! Oh my goodness!
So if you did catch the pregame here on MASL.tv, you may or may not have seen a Bird Box challenge. Calf or
That's what it's all about. You know, Netflix did say earlier in the week to go ahead and make sure you don't injure yourself doing the Bird Box Challenge. We sure as didn't. The players didn't. We all had a good time. It's a great time to see the players relax before the pregame starts, and we can safely say that we're safe and not hurt.
in the end, nobody was injured.
Yeah.
Everyone had fun, and we found each other in the end as well. So catch it on the pregame. You can check it out right here on MASL.tv. Halftime score, 2-0 Turlock. Second half just minutes away here from Citizens Business Bank Arena. Stay tuned. We'll have the second half in just a few minutes.
Pereira into the back of the net. Medina! Go for the birthday boy!
It's Fury time. Brian, you here?
Your home team, Ontario Fury, 14.
Wow.
10 of those were on frame, so a good percentage there for Ontario to put the ball on frame. 8 shot attempts for Turlock, successful on 2 of those. And it's a 2-0 lead here, just underway here in the second half.
Still anybody's game. Still a lot of games to be played here. And so far what we've seen against the Express the last 2 games, doesn't matter how pretty it is, doesn't matter how you do it. All that matters is just to be victorious at the end. And it's going to look like it's going to be one of those games so far here tonight.
Nunez works with Gonzalez to the near side boards. And that is the youngster, Cutler. As Gonzalez lets loose fingertip save there from
I like it.
Sanchez. Quality opportunity there. Not much space there for Gonzalez to work with. And boy, did he capitalize. Cutler now to the far side. Off the glass, settled down by De Abreu. Volley attempt deflected. Maintaining possession is Ontario.
Great.
And it is a goal for the rookie and the youngster. Cutler makes it a 2-1 lead for Turlock.
It was a matter of time. We've been saying it throughout the night, Brian. It was a matter of time for this Fury to find the back of the net, and the rookie does so there. Cutler with patience. It was just battling and scrambling throughout the net. He strikes it with the left. Golazo hits the back of the Turlock Express goalkeeper's net. Nothing Sanchez could do there. 2-1. Anybody's game now.
I thought in the end that De Abreu got a toe on that ball before it hit the net, but that was Cutler, and they cut this lead in half. A 2-1 lead for Turlock. Just underway here in the third quarter. Campbell tied up, but that is Cutler's first goal of the season, first goal of his young career here in the MASL. Well done from the rookie, making it a 2-1 game. And along the far side, I saw Campbell get tangled up there, and now he'll head to the bench with the head trainer, Gil Saldivar.
What a move by the rookie. They didn't look like a rookie making that cut there and getting into his preferred left. Grown man move. What a finish for Cutler. And now the Fury are in hands reach just like that with 13 and 30 left in the third quarter. It is 2-1 Express.
Well, let's see if at the 10-minute mark, Jose, they sustained any pressure here on the offensive end and created any more opportunities and hopefully even put another one into the net. We talked about the sustainability of pressure and opportunities in that first quarter. No foul call there. A 3-on-1 is developing for Turlock. To the near side they work, and that is McNeely and Cutler. Out of harm's way now is Nunez. To the far side is De Abreu. And I'll look things over and send it to the near side. It is Gonzalez. On the ball, defended by 2, but lays it off to McNeely after no shot attempt. A 2-1 game here early on in the third quarter. Jose, all you said was they needed 1, and there it is.
Yeah. Just one with the patience, and boy, did Cutler show patience there with the ball on his feet, just rolling it over till he got that perfect angle and put it in that corner with the goalkeeper. Nothing he could do on that, and let's see more of this pressure by the Fury and able to go and get the ball back and create more opportunities for them here in the third quarter.
You know what that reminded me of is the penalty shot shootout attempt from De Abreu. He drew out the goalkeeper, waited and put it in with his left foot. Cutler on that opportunity waited, and then steered it to the far side corner. The quality opportunities that haven't found the back of the net were opportunities that were first-time shots, first-touch shots as well for Ontario. And Sanchez making it look easy on that back line, keeping the ball out of the back of the net. Now Nunez, I asked for something too. Draw more fouls in the second half. Here's a set-piece play for Ontario. Reyes over the ball for the Fury. Decides to fire away, and that's deflected. And now, with more possession is Ontario. Hughes turns that ball over. To the near side is Turlock. Back checking is Hughes, and a shot along the near side from Rios. Toth, I think, was caught by surprise there, but in the end made it look easy was the two-time MASL goalkeeper and veteran, Chris Toth.
Yeah, Toth always in the exact positions where he needs to be as a goalkeeper, which is why a lot of the times when the shots get taken at him, he makes it look with so much ease, but definitely not that.
Gonzalez now with his left foot generated a shooting lane for a split second. And now McNeely stepping up near midfield. Thankfully steers that up and out of bounds for a little bit of breathing room here with 11-12 remaining in the third quarter. Deep ball sent in right into the midst of Toth. And he'll reset to his right with De Abreu. Some Thursday night action right here on MASL.TV. Mississauga and Baltimore. Final score in overtime. The Blast over the Metro Stars, 6-5. That was the only other contest on tilt tonight across the MASL. Let's see if Ontario can tie things up here in the third quarter. As Jordan now to the far side. Man, does he use that? His speed is, it's recognizable to you and I because we see it every day, well, every game. But man, he chooses to kind of spurt out there at certain moments, really applying the pressure well against his opponents there after the foul call from Cutler to the far side.
Yeah, that's exactly what Jordan brings to the table, the burst of speed exactly when you need it and when you least expect it here. Let's see, we see it here.
Jordan now to the far side. Man, he had a Cutler on the overlapping run to the far side, unsuccessful in getting it to Cutler. Jermaine will reset with Gutierrez to the far side.
Yeah, that play has to be sooner off of his feet from Marcus Jordan. The ball shouldn't be on your feet for more than 2 or 3 seconds.
Placencia tried to steer it into the corner, doing the splits there, and assisted from Holloman was Toth. The score remains 2-1. Under 10 minutes now to play here in the third quarter.
Extremely fortunate the Fury are there. That ball's not in the back of the net. You already got that one goal back. You know, you got your one goal back. You're within hand's reach. You don't want to go ahead and create any mental mistakes in the back that has you down 3-1 in the third quarter with 9 minutes and 28 seconds to go. But so far, I like what I've seen from the Fury in the second half, more so the character.
Reyes off the far side boards, intended there on the run for De Abreu. Gutierrez shields off Reyes. Now Campbell tripped up. Man, he's getting tripped up, hitting the turf every time he touches the floor, or the field, I should say.
It's good to see him back out there, though. We did see him briefly go into the bench there with a seem a little touched up, but seems to be okay, and he's going to be crucial for the Fury tonight and moving forward. And we got to see how long Easy Cisse is out.
Yeah, if you were watching the game against Tacoma just a few weeks ago, Cisse hobbled up and pulled up right away. If you've played the sport, you know hamstrings are a tedious injury, and he's out for the foreseeable future for Ontario. Let's hope it's no more than a few weeks.
Oof.
Campbell just sailed up over the goal. Cutler settling things down. Boy, I like this kid's presence on the field already for Ontario. Now right down the middle of the pitch, Turlock applying some pressure there.
You mentioned Cutler. He does it in the offensive side, does it in the defensive side. Like I said, in the goal, grown man move, grown man goal. This kid's not looking like a rookie so far tonight, Brian.
I want to see Holloman let loose and step up and have a quality shot opportunity. I know the power is there as Nunez turns and spins off his defender. Didn't get the right touch on the ball for that shot. And with 8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, Turlock maintaining possession as they cross midfield. Tripped up there, no whistle. I bite my tongue there. There's a late whistle to the far side. Foul on McNeely. Turlock with a set piece play here along the far side.
Clean game so far in terms of no penalties, no blue cards, none of that so far tonight. It's have the game gone so far fast, and maybe that helps the Turlock Express and why they're up 2-1.
Yeah, the rhythm of the game is definitely there with minimal whistles, minimal stops. But like you said, there are incremental times where Turlock just slows the game down.
Yeah, and that, for them, it's just exactly what they want to have happen throughout this quarter. Just let the time go by and tick. The clock ticks. You're still up 2-1. And all you have to do is defend like they did in the first half, and they might cut out of here victorious. But the Fury, luckily for them, able to go ahead and get one in the back of the net earlier in the second half. Great ball.
Cutler now to Campbell. Well done from the youngster. It is Campbell, and he steers it just wide. Cutler did everything right. Campbell nearly did everything right on that opportunity. Drew the goalkeeper out. Maybe that's the key there. Maybe there's something there, Jose. Drawing the goalkeeper out a little bit longer to get a better shot opportunity. Pushed off the ball, and Campbell draws a foul along the far side.
You like to see more of that, and I like seeing Campbell more involved in the offensive side. He's had a couple opportunities throughout the game, but you definitely see it there why he is a defender and not a forward there. Body language and the way he positioned himself, not the best, but here come the Fury.
Off the restart. That's not the opportunity that you would want, as De Abreu sails that up and out of bounds, and a timeout on the pitch. The Ontario Fury would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and the MASL2. The MASL and Miter share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Miter's Astro Division ball is the official game ball for the MASL League play. Miter's Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. As you're watching Ontario Fury Soccer on MASL TV, catch every game on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV, on the MASL app. Download it for free on iTunes or from the Google Play Store.
Yeah, we look around the league so far. The Fury able to get a goal here tonight, but not without their leading scorer and the MASL scorer, Adrian Perez. 13 goals so far in this young MASL season, leads the league, followed by Leo Gibson with 9, Elijue with 9, Ian Burnett also with 9, and closing that is Dos Santos of the Florida Tropics with 8, but missing for the Fury is that offense from Adrian Perez. 13 goals, already halfway through what we had last year, missing tonight. And let's see what the Fury could do with 6 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the third quarter, with it seems like the game opening up just for them to go ahead and get back into it.
So fresh legs onto the pitch tonight with Jose Gonzalez, first action for him, along with Cutler, McNeely, Holloman, and Reyes. And now Turlock along the near side, nearly another quality opportunity there for the visitors.
Yeah, you see some of the Fury players, when that happened, the defending just backed away, but here the Fury.
Maicon De Abreu along the far side with his right foot. Sanchez making it look easy again. De Abreu pressuring there to the near side. Reyes pulled down, and a penalty here for the visitors. Reyes doing well, drawing the penalty. And with just under 6 minutes, the Fury will go on the power play.
Yeah, Andy Reyes, as we see him rock the new golden look. He has that golden touch on his foot. Definitely not able to go anywhere there, as we see Rafael Alcocer just pulling him back there and saying, "Where are you going, Andy?" Gets a blue card penalty for the Fury, and this is exactly what you were going to at the halftime in terms of getting these kind of fouls. And now with a penalty, they're a player up with 2 minutes, and let's see the Fury able to get behind this crowd and get a goal back here.
Ontario 2 for 11 so far on power play opportunities. And wow, Sanchez with a save of the game so far. I'm trying to read stats, people, and I can't. There's too much action here inside Citizens Business Bank Arena. 2 for 11 so far on the season for Ontario.
Yeah, jam-packed action, just the way we like it. 5 minutes and 25. Here we go.
Ah! That ball is just wide. And they're perfect on the season on the kill, Jose.
Wow.
No power play goals allowed. And now Hughes. Just wide. McNeely. Wow. Just a bit outside. McNeely, Hughes, Gonzalez, De Abreu, and Nunez on the field on this power play. 1:02 remaining on the 2-minute minor for holding. Sanchez all the way down the field. And McNeely wins that challenge. Hughes will reset here for Ontario. Gonzalez to the near side. Switch of the field to McNeely. 4:40 remains here in the third quarter. 40 seconds remain on the power play.
Yeah, the Express able to get out of here with no goals. Be a late Christmas present for them, for sure.
Gonzalez now, 1-2, and Nunez off the glass, and Sanchez, boy, he got his hand out there just in time. Deflected that with 20 seconds remaining here on the power play for Ontario. De Abreu laid off to Gonzalez. And that sails up and out of bounds with 4:07 remaining here in the third quarter, and 13 seconds remain on the power play for Ontario.
Yeah, the Express are already a team with the experience of defending and able to go ahead and holding off teams that way. So when they go ahead and get a penalty kill with a player less on the field, seems almost they're comfortable in that situation. And just like that, they still haven't allowed a goal. Have the Express while the penalty.
Minor penalty is over. The score remains 2-1 with 3:45 remaining here in the third quarter. De Abreu, lone man back for Ontario. Will steer it to the near side with Campbell.
The three after the goal almost seems like they settled with just getting that one goal back, and that's something that they know they shouldn't do. They already had the experience in the first quarter of settling, not getting the goals when they had to, and just like that, they were down 2-0.
Into the corner is Jose Gonzalez. Shields off his defender, utilizes Campbell. And now Holloman. In no man's land was that pass from Holloman. Turlock getting out of their defensive half. Cutler, well done from the rookie along the far side. And now Holloman steers it to Reyes. Campbell will restart and wait for some more bodies to come onto the field with 2:45 remaining here in the third quarter. Man, Adrian Perez is the offensive catalyst for this team.
Yeah, the rookie from last year has made his presence felt earlier on this season. 13 goals. He had 27 last year, and just like that, the rookie from last year is showing himself why he is the leader of this team in the offense.
Charlie Gonzalez to the near side. Draws in his defender. No foul call. A late foul call there, thankfully for Ontario. Another set piece opportunity along the near side boards. 2 minutes, 8 seconds remain here in the third quarter. We'll see if Gonzalez and company can capitalize here with the set piece opportunity along the near side. Turlock with the advantage at 2-1. Shots, Ontario with the advantage. At half, it was 14-8. 10 of those 14 for Ontario were on frame. So Sanchez a busy night. Jeff Hughes just wide.
Great look for the Fury on that one, and hopefully we see more of that.
Nunez, a quick turnaround and a 1-2. A bang-bang play from Nunez and Gonzalez, and we're all tied with 1:56 remaining here in the third quarter. A 2-2 game.
What a shot, what a play, what a connection between the two. but mostly we've been saying it all night, partner. Tino Nunez, he has the ability to fend off the defenders exactly that way and just put the ball exactly where he has to in order for his teammates to be successful, and we saw that there. He just poked it in front of Gonzalez, able to just go ahead and just tap it in, and just like that, it's 2-2.
Man, that happened so quick and so fast. Sanchez has been brilliant for Turlock all night. And boy, oh boy, a tie game with 1:56 remaining here in the third quarter. Charlie Gonzalez and Tino Nunez made that look easy.
Yeah. It's just the simplest things that you have to be done in soccer that sometimes take a difficult time to getting there to do it. But the Fury, again, with the patience to able to go ahead and get that goal in the back of the net.
Charlie Gonzalez finds a net for the 9th time this season.
Nice.
Tino Nunez with his 5th assist on the season. Foul call near midfield. And Jose Gonzalez will play it out to Campbell. If they hurry, he does have Reyes right down the middle. Oh, contact there to the head.
Yeah, very well by Campbell. As soon as he felt that contact, go straight to the ground, and the referee did see that, and he called the foul. And for Gonzalez in that goal, like you said, 9th of the season, gets him in the top 5 of the leaders of MASL so far in this young season, Brian.
So that was, I thought initially, real time, that was somewhat of an incidental contact, but definitely stepping in to Campbell's running lane, Ernesto Luna.
I initially thought the referee called the foul for the Fury, but I guess he did not.
So no minor penalty in that instance. Campbell is up and okay. And with 1:32, we're all tied up here in the third quarter from Ontario. Gonzalez now after Nunez lets loose, and
Great defending by Jermaine.
Hughes now lets the ball right along the far side. Now to the near side is Turlock. Placencia will lay it off to Polito. In a defensive shell here is Ontario. With a minute left here in the third quarter. Jermaine's shot attempts deflected from McNeely. Hughes will come out and support along the far side.
Great step. What's the counter here? What a great ball by Nunez, and Gonzalez unable to go ahead and get that final touch there, but 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Is 2-2, and anybody's game going into the fourth.
Deep ball sent in for De Abreu. Just off of his head and wide. Settling things down with 19 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And that was a deep pass from Toth there. Turlock reading that pass attempt. Near midfield. Hughes now with 5 seconds. Goes 1v1, trying to get it around Gutierrez there.
There's no way.
Unsuccessful is Hughes, but we're all tied up at the end of 3.
Yeah, all tied up at the end of 3, 2-2, and for the Fury, just with the doctor order in the third quarter, you're down 2-0, able to go ahead and get 2 goals to tie it up. And if you're ahead, Coach Jimmy Norbrick and Bernie Littlewall, you got to be happy with the way your team reacted and are showing the character that they are so far here in the third quarter.
So 15 more minutes to determine a winner, potentially more. We'll see if a winner succeeds here in the next 15 minutes. The last quarter of play coming up right here from Citizens Business Bank Arena. My name is Brian Tabajay, alongside Jose Duran, live right here on MASL.TV. So glad you can join us for some Thursday night action across the MASL. Only one other game on tilt. Baltimore successful in overtime against Mississauga. The Metro Stars fall to Baltimore 6-5 after overtime. And Baltimore, the Blast, overall record for Baltimore now. Representing the Eastern Division, a 4-2 record. Mississauga falls to 2-4 in the Eastern Division. Utica City FC sits atop at an overall record of 5-1, and the Harrisburg Heat round out the Eastern Division at an overall record of 1-4. In the South Central, Milwaukee ended that 2018, I should say, at 4-0, undefeated. The Florida Tropics sit in second at 500, 3-3. St. Louis Ambush at 3-4. Kansas City and Orlando round out the bottom of the South Central Division. And in the Southwest, 2-1 overall record is the Monterey Flash. The Dallas Sidekicks back in the MASL and even 500 at 3-3. The Barracudas with 1 win on the season, 3 losses. And El Paso still winless, 0-3 at the bottom of the Southwest Division. In the Pacific, you already know the story. Tacoma sits in first with an overall record at 4-1. San Diego in second, overall record also 4-1. Tacoma winning that first place with the goal differential. And then your Ontario Fury still at a plus 18 after tying this game up. Overall record of 5 wins, 2 losses for your home team, Ontario Fury. Remember, fans, you can follow MASL action all over social media. All you have to do is search MASL Soccer on your social media outlets, and then MASL Arena on Twitter as well. You can also catch every home game on the league's official streaming home, MASL.tv, on the MASL app. You can download it for free on iTunes or from the Google Play Store as well. Also, Ontario Fury Soccer, Jose, driven by Mark Christopher.
That's right.
Auto Center, Frontier Communities, National Community Corps Renaissance, and Casa Colina Instant are your major sponsors for your home team, Ontario Fury. Another home game, Thirsty Thursday night here, Jose.
Yeah.
And then your next home game towards the end of the month, the 20th of January. Essentially, we'll play 2 home games a month the rest of the way out. Here up until April. Our home game coming up against the Tacoma Stars, visiting Citizens Business Bank Arena. And just shortly after that, it'll be San Diego on another Thursday night here from Ontario. As the fourth quarter of play, your starters for the fourth quarter, Reyes, McNeely, Nunez, De Abreu, and Hughes to the far side.
Just shows you the importance of this game, like you mentioned. A shot.
Maicon De Abreu nearly capitalized off of that poor defensive clearance from Turlock. And now Nunez. Slowed down there along the near side. Turlock trying to capitalize. McNeely gets just the slightest of touches to make sure Toth helps him out there defensively. Deep ball sent in from McNeely. Right off the fingertips of Sanchez and Nunez. Boy, I bet Sanchez's heart skipped a beat right there after he played that off the glass.
Captain Nunez just reacts quickly, just swings that foot out there and gets a shot off. But the Fury are going to have to keep more of that going if they want to get out of here with the victory. They're 5-2 so far here in this tough Pacific Division. They usually call these the group of death. I would say the division of death here that has you in third place at 5-2. So you want to go ahead and keep pace with that. Don't let any opportunities go by in terms of playing a team that on paper you should definitely be winning tonight.
That ball sailed up and out of bounds after a fierce deflection. I believe it was right off the face of Chico Francisco on the bench. Attended there from the head trainer, Gil Sadivar, and he is okay. Did take a second there to kind of regroup and reset. Man, you don't have any time in indoor in this fast-paced environment to really react when you're just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Thankfully, it looks like Chico Francisco will make his way back onto the field. And now Nunez to the near side. Gets around one defender. Reyes will touch it to the far side to Cutler. And now Holloman lays it off to Campbell A lot of room here.
cut.
Fakes one way, shoots the other, and deflected there from Sanchez. So drew in one defender. Well done from Campbell there.
Yeah.
Everyone in the arena except the goalkeeper thought he was going to shoot there. Sanchez again doing his part for Turlock.
A great opportunity by Campbell. Able to go ahead and get a shot on goal. And for Sanchez, great save.
Nunez disrupted Sanchez there with Max heading the ball back to his goalkeeper. And now Turlock to the far side. That is Polito, Adrian Polito. Gonzalez. Tangled up there was Jose Gonzalez away from the ball. And a foul call ultimately called on Ontario.
A 50-50 ball in the middle. Jose Gonzalez not happy with the call, but nonetheless, it's going to be a Turlock Express dead ball with 12 minutes and 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Still anybody's game.
Gonzalez trying to disrupt something there for Turlock. And now De Abreu and Gonzalez pressuring here for Ontario. To the far side, the ball works. McNeely will lay it off the wall. Charlie Gonzalez running onto that ball, draws in a few defenders. And now Turlock will reset with their goalkeeper, Sanchez.
And if you're on the Fury, you want to go ahead and get possession and control of the game because it looks so far these first couple of minutes that the Turlock Express aren't going ahead to stay back. They're going to go and attack forward like we're seeing here tonight.
De Abreu tangled up there. Along the near side, foul call on De Abreu. That was Arturo Polito drawing the foul there, and a free kick set piece play with 11:34 remaining here in the fourth. They switch to the field to Gutierrez. And now Cutler will settle things down after intercepting that pass. De Abreu, well done from the Brazilian defender in his second season with Ontario. Off the wall plays Cutler. Waiting for new bodies to hop on is the goalkeeper, Chris Toth. 11 minutes remain here in the fourth quarter. Campbell back onto the field for Ontario. Cutler will steal that wide to Charlie Gonzalez. Holloman waiting in the wings for a pass, and he receives it.
Oh!
Blitz! Loose! And finds the upper 90. A picture-perfect upper 90 shot for the youngster, Debray Holloman. It's 3-2 Ontario.
What a golazo. Holloman just gears back, strikes it, and it goes into the corner right where the Tarantulas put their webbing. Nothing goalkeeper Sanchez could do there as he just gears back, does number 5. The rookie Holloman able to get his second goal of the season, and just like that, it is Fury 3 and the Turlock Express 2 with 10 minutes and 52 seconds left here in the quarter.
Let's give him a +1. That was actually his third of the season so far. Man, what else should I ask for in the second half? I asked for more contact, more foul calls, drawing penalties. I wanted to see Debray Holloman let loose, and he did it with that laser of a strike there off of his right foot. No chance for Sanchez as he faced up, tried to get fingertips on that save. And man, I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket tonight. How about that?
The thing about these kind of games is that the easiest of goals don't go in, and then you have a goal out of a different game, because this is definitely out of a different game. The magnificent strike by Holloman, able to just go ahead and strike it in the back of the net. Nothing Sanchez could do there. Fortunately, finally, the Fury look like they have control of the game now.
Reyes tangled up along the near side, disagrees with the foul call, of course, because it goes against him. I believe that was a penalty there as well, and he'll actually head to the box after Ernesto Luna draws the penalty. 2-minute minor penalty for holding for Reyes. So not what you want after taking the lead here with 10 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. Let's see if Ontario can be successful as Turlock was earlier on in this half. with killing off a penalty. Turlock so far on the year, 1 of 4 at 25%. Ontario on the season has allowed 2 power play goals so far. Hughes now on possession for Ontario. Minute 35 remaining on the power play for Turlock. Man, I can't get over Holloman's shot there,
Yeah.
Jose. I mean, if you saw that live just like us, it was nothing but a screamer up into that 90. And with 9:45 remaining, that stands as your game-winning goal. 3 unanswered goals for the home team, Ontario Fury. 1:05 remains on the kill for Ontario.
Well, Express needs to get a shot in. They haven't gotten anything towards goal in this year.
Gonzalez, De Abreu, McNeely, and Hughes on the kill for Ontario. 50 seconds remain for Turlock. Deflected there from Gutierrez. And now Hughes will utilize the referee for a split second there and clear for a little bit of breathing room. Germain lets loose into the hands, into those mitts of Chris Toth. 30 seconds remain on the kill for Ontario. Nunez will jump off. Gonzalez will hop back on for a little breather. Germain right down the middle of the field. Unable to finish that ball, thankfully, with 15 seconds still on the kill for Ontario. Turlock sails the ball up and out of bounds. 9 seconds remain on the kill. Adrian Polito frustrated after Germain had a highway to decide if he was going to shoot or pass. In that instance, unsuccessful for Turlock. And with 5 seconds left on the kill, Ontario will be successful on the 2-minute minor kill. 8.5 remaining here in the fourth quarter. A 3-2 Fury lead.
What a game.
Placencia to the near side. Lays it off to Luna. Nunez, McNeely, Reyes, De Abreu, and Cutler on the field for Ontario.
So far, entertaining second half. Entertaining fourth quarter. The Fury on top, 8 minutes, but back and forth so far here.
Polito on the back heel pass. No whistle there. A clearance for some breathing room is Ontario. McNeely hasn't gotten off the field, so you got to believe he's a little tired right now.
Yeah.
A 2-minute minor kill, and then unable to maintain any possession here. Still on the field. Deflected from the near side, off the head of Luna, into the hands of Toth.
I like that McNeely's out there. His leadership and his presence is definitely felt. Pre-game warm-ups, leading the chants, leading the team in the huddles there. So it's definitely a presence that the Fury like to see on the field, and he's still out there with 7 minutes and 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Turlock with almost all the possession since Ontario took the lead just minutes ago. Off the foot of Holloman. And a defensive clearance there from Sanchez. Not the touch you want to give up there with just under 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. A timeout on the field.
Timeout here on the field, and the Fury doing a great job in terms of getting on top of the scoreboard. Falling down 2-0 here against a very well expressed team tonight is definitely something that the Fury want to go ahead and take advantage of. But 3-2 and 6:56 left, and it's all smiles for head coach Jimmy Nordberg.
Head coach Nordberg, assistant coaches Curtin and Lillivaugh drawing up some plays here. Has another set piece opportunity for the home team. Just under 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. 2 polar opposite home games against Turlock. The season opener, a no-doubter, 11-1 victory. And now this home game, a 3-2 lead in the fourth. Let's hope this lead maintains here for Ontario.
Yeah, and it should maintain based on the leading saves percentage so far in this season. And Chris Toth only allowed 2 goals here tonight and is on top of the leading saves percentage on second with 756 on this season. So we've seen it throughout the second half as well. Those big hands by Chris Toth, the presence that he brings in the back as a goalkeeper. And so far, if the Fury want to be successful tonight and in the season, he's going to have to be coming big up with those saves.
Gonzalez over the ball along with Hughes. McNeely on the field as well. He tees it up off the boards, and not the exact play they drew up. Nonetheless, a shot opportunity there for the powerful left foot of the veteran McNeely just wide.
And not the opportunity that Fury wanted, and if they're not careful, the Express could go ahead and nail them in a counterattack with just and any offensive look here so far.
6.5 remaining. Deflected off of Nunez, up and out of bounds. Restart to the near side boards for the visitors. 6.5 remaining exactly. It is Holloman defensively for Ontario. Cutler chips in defensively as well and wins the ball back momentarily. And now Holloman. Tried to steer it to Jose Gonzalez to the far side. Gets it to his brother Charlie Gonzalez. And then broken up there from Turlock.
Solid game so far from Cutler, the rookie, and I just like the way his body language is out there. He just looks completely comfortable out there for the Fury, and his goal that got the Fury back in it is definitely played dividends so far.
Comfortable is an understatement.
Yeah.
For this youngster. You definitely want to give kudos to Cutler. He made his appearance on the road in Tacoma. Tacoma's only loss comes from Ontario early on in the season, but Cutler looks comfortable. He looks composed. He's playing smart, and the future is bright for the youngster here in Ontario. Nunez now shields off one defender, and with 5.5 remaining, we'll try and eat up some more clock with a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, and it's only one game. Of course, we know that, and we don't want to go ahead and get in front of ourselves. But so far, what we're seeing from Cutler is little flashes from what we saw of Adrian Paris last season.
Reyes pulled down, draws the penalty.
Quick feet. That's all it is.
It was a little off the ball there, Jose. I'm trying to see where they got tangled up. As it was a definite tug of the jersey. Leal into the box for a 2-minute minor penalty.
It's the little things that Andy Reyes gets done. We saw it on a foul shot here where he got pulled over in the last quarter. We see it again here. Quick feet, gets his body in front of that defender, gets pulled down, and another opportunity for the Fury to get a solid lead now.
So a shootout opportunity and a penalty kick. I'm mistaken. A penalty kick awarded here for De Abreu. 5:11 remaining here in the fourth quarter. De Abreu with a 2-goal lead. Steers it to the right side. Sanchez guessed the opposite way. And it is a 4-2 Ontario Fury lead.
What a goal by De Abreu. Just the calm and ease of just go ahead and putting that in the back of the net. We see it with him in his touches, and we're seeing it with it in this penalty kick here. Just the most comfortable as anybody could when they're taking a penalty kick. Goes to his right side. Nothing goalkeeper Sanchez could do there, and it's 4-2.
His 5th goal of the season. De Abreu was the one who got the penalty shot away in the shootout up in Turlock just a few days ago. Ontario ultimately a 7-6 victor in that contest. 4-2 the Fury lead. You gotta believe Turlock is gonna either be really frustrated here and apply a little bit extra pressure.
Absolutely.
Things are gonna heat up here with 4:45 remaining in the fourth quarter.
especially if you were up 2-0, trying to find your first victory of the season, and so frustrating. What a turn.
Gonzalez pulled there and into the net. That is a goal, folks. It went in so quickly and bounced right back out. Even the goal judge didn't know that was in. I saw it. It was in.
Yeah.
And here we are at 5-2. 5 unanswered goals from your home team, Ontario Fury. They lead 5-2 with 4:32 remaining in the fourth.
Just what another golazo here by the Fury, but Gonzalez, just the patience. He's just turns, stops, and rifles it into the back of the net. Just went extremely fast, and like you said, it hits the back pole of inside the net. It bounced so fast. The gentleman in the back didn't see it. We didn't get the red flashes, but we saw it up here clearly. What a goal.
4:32 remains. 5 unanswered goals from the home team, Ontario Fury. All started with the youngster Cutler. Nunez followed shortly off of that 1-2 beautiful pass. Holloman, De Abreu, and Charlie Gonzalez. 5 goals, 5 different goal scorers. A thing of beauty when everything clicks on this team with Adrian Perez out, the captain Izzy Cisse out, Tony Walls out. Just to name a few for the scratches tonight.
Yeah.
And here we are at 5-2. I wanted more offense here in the second half. I got some. I wanted Holloman to let loose with his powerful right foot. I got that. I wanted more penalty attention, more foul calls. I got that. Yeah, I'm not lying, Jose. I'm going to go get a lotto ticket tonight.
The Fury are just playing exactly the way they should be playing throughout the four quarters. Not just in the second half, not just when you have to turn it on. It should be like that throughout the whole game. It wasn't for the first half. It got turned on in the second half. Whatever head coach Jimmy Norbrick and Benny Lillebois said to the pupils in the locker room, it's stuck in through here. A lot of patience, a lot of ease, and just like that, 5 goals in the back of the net.
So looking forward for the Ontario Fury. The next home game for Ontario is going to be on the 20th of January, Sunday night game, 5 p.m. local time. They do have a difficult road schedule ahead. 3 games away, 2 of which are in San Diego, 1 of which is in Tacoma next weekend. So a difficult stretch here in the Pacific Division. Then they'll get a full week's rest and play host to Tacoma. So back-to-back against San Diego, a home-and-home against Tacoma, and then they'll round out the month with Monterey in January.
That's why it's crucial and important for the Fury to get this victory here tonight and for them to have been victorious up in Turlock a couple nights ago. Victory here gets them 6-2, and you would have thought, if I would have told you in the beginning of the season, Brian, that 6-2 had you in 3rd place, probably would not believe that, but it does have you here in this Pacific Division, and here the Fury.
De Abreu ahead of the pack, 1v1 with the goalkeeper just wide. Trying to put the extra nail in the coffin with 3:15 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and just as good as they've looked in the second half, we got to point that out too. These clear opportunities missed by the Fury throughout the game. You cannot let that happen here if you want to be successful in this league. Oh. Late whistle. Extremely late whistle. No card there. I would have thought I would have seen a card, but a dead ball foul for the Express with 3 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Seems like the Fury are going to be able to get escape here with a 5-2 win.
I believe that was Adrian Polito who drew contact there from De Abreu. To the far side, Turlock works. Extra attacker on with 2:45 remaining. The 5 defensively for Ontario, Jose Gonzalez, Cutler, Reyes, Campbell, and De Abreu. Late whistle again to the far side.
Little undecisive by the referee. Late whistles here to end the game, but regardless if you're the Express, you're happy with it, but not so much with the scoreboard as they're down 3 goals here in the fourth quarter, and it's all fury in the second half. And if you're head coach Jimmy Norbrick, you've actually got to be happy with the way Cutler's been tonight here. He's been showing that he has the ability to shine in this league. Again, it's only been 1 game. It's only been a couple of shining outings that we see, but I do see some of the glimpses of rookie Adrian Paris of last year and what I seen Cutler tonight.
2:30 remaining, and a defensive clearance forces a restart and a timeout now for Turlock. They do have the extra attacker in Gutierrez. There's with 2.5 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Might be a little too late for Turlock to make something out of this. But 5 unanswered from your home team, Ontario Fury. You're watching live action right here on MASL.TV. So glad you can join us for some MASL action on a Thursday night. The other score on tilt was the Baltimore Blast beating the Mississauga Metro Stars in overtime 6-5. And here we are at 5-2 from Southern California. A chilly 55 degrees. What you got for us, Jose?
Yeah, we mentioned earlier in the half that Chris Toth was going to be able to have to keep those goals against him low, and he's able to defend that goals against. He's 3.57 goals against to end the season. So far, 2 here against the Turlock Express. So the reason why the Fury are also pushing to move to 6-2 has to do a lot with that man behind the goalpost there, Chris Toth, and that experience that he brings in the back of the net.
Great point there, Jose. After the timeout, Gutierrez gets a shot off there. Slide tackling defensive play from Reyes will force a corner kick here with 2:28 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, dead ball here for the Express. Might be a little too late here for them with 2 minutes and 28 and need of 3 goals.
Off of the restart. Defensively, it's Reyes, Campbell, Gonzalez, De Abreu, and Hughes. Deep ball sent down. Nunez, a lone man, pressuring for Ontario. 2:05 remaining here in the fourth quarter from Ontario. 5 unanswered goals from the home team. Trying to propel to 6-2 overall. And now into the hands off the wall from Toth. He's trying to throw the ball into the net as Gutierrez will catch up. It was wide anyway, but still.
Put them on their toes. Put them on their toes.
Minute 30 left here in the fourth quarter. Trying to work it to the near side is Turlock. They'll steer it back to the far side. Tried to split 2 defenders there with that pass. Deflected. And now Toth ultimately into the hands again. Minute 10 remaining. He'll just steer it to the near side boards. Defensively, Ontario will just sit back here with a minute 5 remaining. Turlock looks like they might be running out of gas here.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Express, able to get on the board earlier in the game. A couple of missed opportunities from the Fury allowed that. They were able to capitalize, but didn't see much for them after that.
40 seconds remain here from Ontario. And now Gutierrez to the far side. Shot found its way to Toth. He'll throw the ball all the way down. Hughes will let it run in. Chris Toth with the goal. 23.3 seconds left. This is all but over. A 6-2 Fury lead.
Get number 31 on the score sheet. Chris Toth, the pride of San Marcos, California, able to get himself in the score sheet. Not only proving himself what his presence means in the back of the goal for the Fury, but also on top of there. And he provides those long passes, too, to forwards a lot of the times. But this time, it was all him, able to go ahead and just launch that with no keeper there. 23 seconds left here, 6-2 Fury.
Man, we've had a little bit of everything here in the second half. Let's top it off with a Chris Toth throw into the back of the net. Turlock will just let the time wind down. 10 seconds and 5. This is all but over. And 4-3, now 2. They will remain unbeaten against Turlock this year. Your Ontario Fury with a 6-2 overall record. The score final from Citizens Business Bank Arena, a 6-2 victory for your home team, Ontario Fury.
You know, we said it wasn't going to be pretty, and it might be one of those games that you just have to somehow find a way to scrap out your victory. And just like that, the Fury able to put 6 goals on the scoreboard, 7 goals last time they faced against the Fury. We were worried about the offense of the Fury and what we were going to see without Adrian Perez and the offensive power that he is. And just like that, they were scored 6 goals tonight, 7 goals the other night up in Turlock. And they're showing that, not that they don't need Adrian, because we know that he does, but that they're able to go ahead and get the job done without him in these last 2 games.
Yeah, 6-2. Your final score here from Ontario. A 2-goal halftime lead for the visitors. Not enough tonight, as Chris Toth being interviewed at half field or midfield right now, being the player of the game, was successful in maintaining Turlock to just the 2 goals on the evening.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Jose. A lot of positives so far in that second half. A lot to learn from the first half. Can you break down the 2 halves for us? And what you saw?
Yeah, for the first half, we pretty much saw a Fury team that was just knocking and unable to get behind the net. And you know how it goes in soccer, with goals that you don't score are the goals that you do get scored against. And that happened to the Fury, but we got to be happy with what we've seen so far by rookie Cutler and the presence from McNeely, Nunes, all those leadership.
You know what? It was great to see McNeely back onto the pitch. It was great to see the youngsters in Cutler and Holloman onto the pitch, being effective. Their rookie campaign is in Ontario here tonight. Their first really full game, full match for your home team, Ontario Fury. Rookies were great. We saw a lot from Chris Toth, not only on the back line, but he threw an empty net goal himself in as time winding down. Your final score here from Ontario is 6-2. San Diego's coming up in back-to-back. Then you have a couple games home and home against Tacoma. The next few weeks here, what do you want to see from Ontario matching up with their nemesis? First off, back-to-back against San Diego.
Yeah, it's going to be an important stretch facing San Diego and Tacoma down the road the next couple of games, but it was important that they got this victory here against the Turlock Express to get this thing started. They're 6-2, third in the division. Might have moved up now with a couple of victories, but it was amazing to see them win tonight. But most importantly, like we mentioned previous tonight, it's important that none of us got hurt doing that Bird Box Challenge.
Oh, he said it, Bird Box. All right. So pregame, if you missed the action live, that pregame we did a Bird Box Challenge. If you for some odd reason don't have Netflix, I'll give you my account number. You can watch Bird Box, okay? But a Bird Box Challenge is out right now. You know, when these challenges come out on social media, we have to participate, right? So
Absolutely.
Bird Box Challenge, there were a handful of players. Shouts again to the players that participated. Holloman, Cutler, Dave Bray was out there. Jordan was out there as well. Jose and I found each other on the pitch. Our own personal Bird Box Challenge there. So you can catch the action if you recap it back on MASL.TV. Final score from Ontario. Your home team, Ontario Fury, 6. The visitors from Turlock, 2. Overall record now for Ontario, 6-2. Next home game not until Sunday the 20th. We'll see you right here from Ontario. My name is Brian Tabajay alongside Jose Duran. Thank you for all tuning in on MASL.TV. We'll catch you in a few weeks here from Ontario. Bye-bye.